But y'all probably thinking, what am I doing with this little rolly wheel? But I think I've decided to bite the bullet and get... Alright, before I get going, I told you guys on the last video that I was going to do cardboard and wood chips in my rows this year in the garden instead of the woven plastic. So I have located somebody who will drop off wood chips for free, which hopefully this will work out. I went and got a sign, actually I made a sign, that I'm going to put down here so they'll know where to go, and hopefully they won't drop them off just like randomly up at my driveway. Hopefully this is going to work. I'll peek on the chickens real quick before I do this. Hey chickens! Aren't they so cute? Hey Luke! The baby chicks, they're getting so big. They're running from me, of course. I need to come down here and hand feed them. That gets them really used to being close to people and coming up to people. If you feed them treats, they will eat out of your hand. Alright, I got distracted. I'm looking for a zip tie so I can hang this sign. Thought I had a spare one in there, but apparently I don't. Or I've dropped it. If they could put them close to my compost pile, would be amazing. But I don't know if they're that willing to drive through here and drop them off over there. But anything will work if I can get them at least down here. Alright, so I'm going to restart some of these lavender seeds in some pots. I find that's just an easier way to keep them hydrated inside these trays, because those little domes fit over these better if I put them directly onto this instead of setting them on top of those flats. So these are only going in an 1/8 inch depth, so just barely. So I used my sifter, and I got some really fine soil I'm going to stick on the top of these. This should help. Now let's look on here. Okay, so germination is 10 to 28 days. Wow, so maybe I'm not doing anything wrong. 28 days is a long time. Well, we'll give this a try and see if this boosts anything. The sun's come out, even though it's supposed to rain today, so I think I'm going to utilize a little bit of either digging or moving some of my gravel up front. So I might have, who knows, maybe even a half hour or an hour while the sun's out. So I'll see you guys back in a little bit. Y'all look, my hostas are coming up. Oh my. They must have done okay with the transplant, because I pulled them up out of that old whiskey barrel I had over there to put them in those new pots. So I think they're going to turn out pretty good. But look at this. This is my molly grass, and we did this a couple weeks ago, and look how much growth has already come up. I mean, like 4 inches already. This is what I'm going to finish right here. I'm going to try to replastic all this right in this little area, and then I'm almost done with this area, and I can start maybe putting some of my clay pots out here. Good morning. Good Saturday morning. It's a chilly day here in East Tennessee. I think the highs are maybe in the mid-50s, and it's been raining. It rained all night long. So that kind of sets me back as far as coming out here and working out here today. I was wanting to fix that area over there with the rock and where I'm going to put my pots, but I'd just be really digging in mud if that was the case. So let's give them a little bit of food. Oh. Hey, chicks. Back down the hill. Go on. Go on. What are you doing up here? Come on. Come on. Good morning. And it is a chillier weekend here in East Tennessee. We were supposed to have our Easter egg hunt this morning at the church, and it rained all night long. It started tapering off. Actually, it's not raining now, but it's just really wet and kind of chilly. You can see the condensation on my glass because it's a lot warmer in here than it is outside. It's in the 50s, but it's damp, so it feels very cold. It's 74 in here. I haven't had the stove running, but tonight it's going to be 33, so I think I'm going to have it. But anyways, I think that I'm going to see if I can go out into my yard and work on a little part over here that I'm wanting to put some pottery, and it's on a hill. Of course, we live on a hill. So I don't know, I'm going to go out here and experiment, and I'll take you guys with me. Y'all, check out all the rain we got last night. I put this down here last night before I went to bed, and this ran off the roof right here at my gutter. A lot of rainwater, which is actually pretty nice because I can use that to water my tropicals. They love rainwater. I told myself I wasn't going to come out here today because it was ugly, but then I just decided I was going to do it anyways. And I also need to get like a level because I can't tell if this rock is level. So I'm going to put a pot on it, and if it's not, you're going to really be able to see this. I'm going to have to get the level out of the shed over here. All right, let's see what we're working with here. Oh my, I'm really off. All right, guys, this is what I've got. I thought about moving this Angelina succulent that I have. I got this out of the front rock bed and put it over here, maybe by my pots that I've got going on. This is just a ground cover, and I love it because it is always looking really nice, even in the winter time. It's got leaves in it because up front we have a lot of leaves that blow into the beds, but let's get those cleaned out. I don't know, that might look okay. It'll start coming back to life. It'll start really greening up and spreading. I think I'm gonna head in for a little bit of a break. It's a new day. It's kind of a cloudy day. A day before the rains are coming in tomorrow. I think it's gonna be pretty much a total washout tomorrow. I need to get down to the chicken coop and check eggs. I haven't done that today, and I'm sure there are a few down there. I have one broody hen at least, maybe another one that's trying to go broody. She's been hoarding eggs in this little nest box that I have in here. And she's been kind of grumpy, so that's telling me she's fixing to go broody. Or in the process, and somebody just dropped an egg right here. She's been in this box right here. Let's see if she's in here. Are you in here? Oh, there she is. Mean and grumpy. Come here. What have you got underneath you? Come on. Oh, nothing. You're just sitting on nothing. Well, okay. She's a pretty girl. She's a black mottled, and I love her coloring. Good morning. I hope you guys have had a wonderful weekend. So it is a little chilly here today. East Tennessee springtime weather. It can go from frigid to hot in a matter of a day. So today it's toboggan weather. I think we're gonna have rain. Maybe, no, tomorrow. I think tomorrow's gonna be a pretty day, and then we've got rain coming. Maybe for just a day though, so I can handle that. But y'all probably thinking, what am I doing with this little rolly wheel? But I think I've decided to bite the bullet and get the poultry netting for two reasons. One, to go around my garden to keep the deer out, and two, for the chickens. And I think the chickens will absolutely love it. I've got a plan for chickens, and one of them is I think I'm going to be moving over to all silkies. Oh gosh, I'm a glutton for it, guys, but I love silkies. And so in the process, we're trying to get things ready. I want to have 2 large runs for them, and then one of the runs I'm going to have a little automatic chicken door, and they're going to be able to come out in free range. Some of them, obviously not all of them, but there will be some that'll be able to, and I may rotate through them so they'll all have yard time. And I'm trying to figure out how big of a fenced-in area I need, and I'm looking at maybe 100 feet for the birds or 200 feet. When we're not using our garden, they'll be able to use the whole fence. So I'm gonna see how far that's gonna go, and I'm thinking about moving it around. Obviously it's a movable type fence, and it's electric, so it keeps out predators. The only thing they could be exposed to is aerial predators, but a lot of times, you know, you can make things for them to go under and stuff like that, and have a good rooster. That's really important. So that's what I'm fixing to do. And then next on the list that's coming up this week is we're going to decorate the inside of the chicken coop. And before I do this really well, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Chicken! So I've been kind of racking my brain on the inside of the coop. It's just needed some help for the last, I don't know, I think last several years. I've been wanting to kind of do something in here. I thought about painting it. My sister-in-law painted hers nice and white inside and it was super cute, but I'm not really a white paint color person just because I'm afraid it'll get dirty and I won't be able to keep it as clean. So the other day when we made the door in here, and you can't see really good because it is dark in here, but we put plastic up. And the reason why I did that was because I thought, well, it'll stay cleaner this way. But after it got all up, I was just like, it's not really that cute. So I've been trying to think of things that I could put on the wall in here. And I finally decided that I'm just going to put wood slats up in here. Like I had on a coop before up the hill, and it was really cute looking. So we're going to go buy the stuff tomorrow to get that. This is going to be turned into a nursery very soon. I've got eggs on the way. I've got 2 little silkies in the basement that will be able to come out here pretty soon. I'm going to have my sweeter heater hanging. So it's going to be a good combination for my grow outs. Let's check out this fence thing. Now this poultry netting comes in, let's let you guys out. I know y'all are wanting out. Come on. It comes in 50-foot roll, it comes in 100-foot roll, it comes in 167 feet. Now, just based on some videos and reviews I've watched, people say it's easier to move in the rolls that are smaller. So I can imagine a 167-foot roll will be heavy trying to move it around. And you know, I'm going to move it around, that way they can have fresh grass and they don't, you know, tear up the yard all in one section. So let's see what 100-foot does. And so whenever you're putting it up, it doesn't have to connect into each other. So if I want to put one here, starting at my door, one end, I can go around and make like a U shape and connect into the other side of the coop. So it's actually pretty nice. So I'm going to start right here. All right, let's do this. 5 feet, 6 feet. This is pretty handy. Wait, I'm going out too far. Well, we'll just, let's see. Ah! He told me to lean it over when I'm in high grass. Now I know what he's talking about. I think I'm actually too far out. Okay, so I come back in and connect right to this corner of my chicken coop if I want to do it like that, or maybe over to that door. Okay, so that was 172 feet. And that would be coming from that door all the way to the exterior where those little fiberglass posts are, all the way around that back side, all the way back into here, into there. So they would have all of that. That's 172 feet. So that's pretty good. If I order 200 feet of that, they got a lot of room to roam. But when the garden's in session, obviously they can't go in there, so I'm gonna have to be able to block it off to a smaller section where just they can go. So I don't know, 200 feet should be enough. If I needed to order another 50-foot roll, I could do that. I may just start off with the 200 and see how that goes. But yeah, that's a pretty good size yard for them. And in the wintertime, when the garden's not session, they'll be able to use all of that. So yeah, I think that's gonna be really cool. All right, let's go in here and get some eggs from you guys. All right, somebody's in here sitting on eggs. Oh, you're trying to be broody. She's trying to be broody. I know, you were on a bunch of eggs yesterday. That's what you're doing. You're on 2 eggs. Give me those. Give me those. What?